Hello, I'm Eddie Parker, and welcome to the second episode of Gulf Coastal Connections. New Orleans has an affinity for witches, from Anne Rice's Mayfair trilogy to American Horror Story's Coven. It's not surprising then that so many people in such a supernaturally obsessed city as New Orleans are Harry Potter fans. For them and all the other Potterheads up and down the Gulf Coast and all over the world, I give you a New Orleans guide to the wizarding world of Harry Potter. The Wizarding World of Harry Potter is an entertainment area spanning two parks: Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios Florida. At Universal Orlando's resort, themed to the Harry Potter film franchise. To get the full effect of these highly themed lands, you have to suspend disbelief, just like you do every time you see a movie or a play. New Orleanians suspend disbelief at least 2 weeks a year during Mardi Gras. You didn't really actually think that man up on the float was a king, did you? Hogsmeade opened June 18, 2010, and is themed after the small Scottish village that sits at the foot of Hogwarts Castle. Diagon Alley opened on July 8, 2014, and is themed after the hidden center of Wizarding London. I love a good breakfast, and New Orleans is filled with great breakfast places. The Houdat Cafe, Alma's, the Clover Grill, just to name a few. So, the first thing I'm going to do is get something to eat at the Leaky Cauldron. The Leaky Cauldron is a quick service restaurant that serves traditional British food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The Leaky Cauldron is the only restaurant inside Diagon Alley and is basically a highly themed dining hall. The dining process is simple enough. You wait in line, sometimes over 30 minutes, until you make your way eventually to a register where you place your order. You receive your drink in a numbered candlestick. Then you will be escorted to your table where you will wait for a server to bring you your food. This is a Leaky Cauldron's traditional English breakfast: scrambled eggs, sausage links, black pudding, English bacon, baked beans, grilled tomatoes, sauteed mushrooms, and breakfast potatoes. I had the pumpkin juice. The meal was $17.99 plus tax. The pumpkin juice was $4.99 for a total of just over $20. It was decent enough for theme park food, but I certainly wouldn't hold the English accountable for its quality. I want to try a traditional English breakfast in London before I make judgments. The best thing about it was the breakfast potatoes. They were first rate, which tells you again how average the rest of the meal was. The Leaky Cauldron has other options such as an American breakfast for the same price, and I like that one a lot better. The pumpkin juice, though, was very good. And if you want to eat breakfast at the Leaky Cauldron, you better line up early. They stop serving breakfast at 10:30 in the morning.
On behalf of WADA, the Wizarding Academy of Dramatic Arts, we present to you the Tales of Beedle the Bard. In due course, the brothers separated, each for his own destination.
The first brother travelled to a distant village where he sought out a wizard with whom he had once quarrelled. Naturally, with the elder armed as his weapon, he could not fail to win the duel that followed. Leaving his enemy upon the floor, the eldest brother proceeded to an inn, where he boasted loudly of the powerful wand he had snatched from death himself, and of how it made him invincible. But that very night, another wizard crept upon the eldest brother as he lay upon his bed, whereupon he stole the wand and with it the brother's life.
So Death took the first brother for his own. It was only when he attained a great age that the youngest brother shed the cloak of invisibility and gave it to his son. He then greeted Death as an old friend and went with him gladly, departing this life as equals.
This is Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts, which opened on July 8th, 2014. This indoor steel roller coaster utilizes motion-based 3D projections of both animation and live-action sequencing. It's a good moderate combination of dark ride and indoor roller coaster.
Cauldron full of pots from now and falling flavor. Saints in the earth that does not pop has me special, which is brewed. Don't you be afraid, come and take a sip of this teeny tasty treat. What's in my cauldron full of pots from now will make your life complete. Tino makes my life complete. Back up, singers. Come together, just a flavor that beats anything you'll find in the world for sure. Winter spice, winter cushion time, spring clean yellow hands. The only cauldron for the pots to love is one that take the turn.
Now we're going to take a train ride. Pay attention to this part. It takes a park-to-park ticket to ride the Hogwarts Express and visit both lands of the Wizarding World. And since we have the proper tickets, we're going to be traveling from London to Hogsmeade, Scotland. So all aboard. We have now left London behind us and are on a Scottish island with that huge castle looking down on us. It's much larger than the Irish Bayou Castle. We are going to ride the very best roller coaster in Universal, maybe the very best roller coaster in Orlando, Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. It's a multiple launch steel roller coaster manufactured by Intamin at a cost of $300 million. It opened on June 13, 2019.
I imagine any of you have seen a real unicorn. Or a blast-ended screw, for that matter. I reckon today's going to be great.
The queue is almost as cool as the ride itself. Hagrid's has 7 total launches, a free fall vertical drop of nearly 17 feet, and catapults you 65 feet in the air at more than a 70-degree angle. After that ride, I'm going to need a beer. and a good place to get one is Hog's Head Pub. In New Orleans, we love a good dive bar, and the Hog's Head is about as close as you can get in Universal. We have nothing like this in New Orleans. This is Hog's Head Pub's signature brew. The Hog's Head Brew was the first exclusive beer created especially for the Wizarding World by Cara Brewing in Cape Canaveral, Florida. It comes in at a 5.5 ABV and is a Scottish ale. It's a smooth red ale and very good on a hot day. Cara Brewing opened in 1997 and has brewed award-winning beers ever since. They're very much like Louisiana's own Abita Brewery in Abita Springs. Now let's eat lunch. We are at the Three Broomsticks. In the French Quarter, I might have ordered fried catfish, but here I'm going with the fish and chips. And since it's British, it will come with traditional cod instead of channel cat. At the Three Broomsticks, you have to order your food using the Universal Studios phone app. Once inside, you find this table and have a seat. Open your app and either select Dining or scroll down to Things to Do and find the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Hogsmeade. Select that, click on Attractions and More, and scroll down to the Three Broomsticks. Click on Mobile Food and Drink Ordering, and you will find the menu. Select your items and pay. You'll then be prompted to either scan the QR code on the table, or you can enter the table number listed there. After a few minutes, someone will bring you your order. Can anything be better than fish and chips and a cold butterbeer? Seriously though, the fish and chips were very good. As good as I can get in any pub back home and maybe better than a few. Flaky white fish fried to perfection and served with chips. Throw on some malt and vinegar on and a little lemon and tartar sauce and you have yourself a complete meal. Surprisingly, the butterbeer paired very well with the fish. Now we are going to take the Hogwarts Express from Hogsmeade Station back to London. As I mentioned earlier, the Wizarding World has 3 park-exclusive beers made by Cara Brewing. We already had the Hog's Head, now we're going to try another one at the Hopping Pot. I'm going to order the Dragon's Claw. It's a Vienna lager coming in at 5.3% ABV. It has a smooth, creamy taste that finishes dry and crisp. I am very partial to pale ales, and this is a good one. Now, you can't just drink beer out in this heat all day without also drinking something cool and alcohol-free. This is a Peachtree Fizzing Tea. Universal describes it as fizzy but smooth with flavors of fresh peach nectar and ginger. The peach nectar does come forward in this drink, so if you like the flavor of peach, you will like this. The butterbeer, the pumpkin juice, and the Peachtree Fizzing Tea were all standouts on this 90-plus degree day.
Incoming, ladies. Hi-ya! Beat back the third boys and jump back on my ear. There's no lady from still not one has a fear. Won't see the bargain lunch and the blood of the numbers. Right by the rules and the bodies for the teams. There, be there to stop. Can I hear you shout, Halloween United? Halloween United! Always number one. Always got the line, let me shout, we won't be divided. We won't be divided. I'm talking of some fun. There's no team success I'm flying in that credit here. I wanna go with me, the ability. First love, that's your nothing. Go to self-defeat. That's nothing. Show, big back those butters, boys. Try that follow me.
If there is one thing New Orleanians love to do, it's shop. And we have very eclectic tastes. Here we are, Bargains and Burks in Nocturne Alley. This sinister shop is infamous for its shady clientele and rare occult objects, including Death Eater's masks, skulls, and jewelry.
Orlando, seal of love. You can always hear me singing this song. Show me the way to go home.
In Nocturne Alley, the sun never shines. You know I love it here, but if you are feeling the heat and the humidity of an Orlando summer day, and it does get hot out there, this is always a good place to get out of the sun. Orlando is even further south than New Orleans, and it's super hot even for me. Take care of yourself by putting on some sunscreen, wearing a hat, and drinking plenty of fluids. Named after one of the fables of Beetle the Bard, the Fountain of Fair Fortune serves a variety of beverages, including the third of Cara Brewery's Potter exclusive, the Wizard's Brew. The Wizard's Brew is an American stout coming in at 5% AVB. It's a dark, sweet stout with notes of chocolate and coffee. A stout is a dark top fermented beer, no more for its color nowadays than its strength. Cara Brewery makes good beer, and the Wizard Brew is a good beer. But if you are a fan of crisp, clean domestic lagers like Budweiser or Miller, and nothing wrong with that, this may not be the beer for you. Or if you don't want to drink a dark beer in the heat of August, again, this beer may not be for you. I would prefer for things to cool down in the fall and winter around here and give this beer another try. At time of recording, my favorite beer is the Hogshead, and my favorite place to enjoy it is on the back patio of the Hogshead Pub. And since there is no better way to end the show than sipping a cold beer and enjoying the evening, but before I close, I have to say thank you to all the Universal team members, from the entertainers giving it everything they got out on that stage, to the always informative bartenders, the awesome wait staff and the 3 broomsticks and the leaky cauldron, and all the rest of the people working so hard so we can have fun. Salute. And thank you very much for watching the second episode. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I did making it. So please hit the like button, subscribe, comment, share, do all the YouTube stuff. And until next week, be safe and come back and see us on Gulf Coastal Connections.
Cause with you I find I'm always feeling well. 2, 3, 4. You charm the heart right out of me. Don't need no proof, I'm like free. I think by now it's made me see I'm nothing without you. Your every wish is my command. My fragile heart is in your hand. And now I'm lost, I understand the magic about you. I'm losing all control. My chest is warming up. Inside you'll see my soul. Happy as can be. Nothing charm the heart right out of me.
Now don't be nervous, love. They're here to see me, not you.
You charm the heart right out of me. To my whole life you hold the key. You cast your spell inside of me.
I cannot forget you.
These feelings are blessed. Yet something seems amiss. Like a hypnotized kiss. You're consuming me. And now you're torn and wide apart. I think you'll give me back my heart. You charm the heart right out of me. I need a heart for loving me. So give it back together with me. And left till forever. You may have no place there, but frankly I don't care. 'Cause without you I despair. Lost in misery. Oh babe, you charm the heart right out of. It's the one thing I don't have. Baby, charm the heart right out of me. Right out of me.
Love you, darling. Can't wait to see all of you dining on Alley very soon. This is Celestina Orbit signing off. Until next time, lovelies.